matchups always elevate the pressure. The heart beats a little faster. It gets a little more intense. Particularly, that team across the field is a conference foe. And that's exactly what we have in this showdown coming up. Welcome to Husky Stadium, home of the Washington Huskies. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Rutgers Scarlet Knights, taking on last year's national champions, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Washington will kick off as this one gets started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Looking to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Guys, let's talk just for a second about Rutgers. They've climbed into the top 15, reached a little bit of a checkpoint, haven't they? Playoff is 12 teams. But it's right about this range if people start tuning in to see what you can do, to see if you're the real deal. Isn't that right, David?
Yeah, and cheering against you, right? A lot of times because their teams are doing well or competing with you. But let's see if the squad can build on the momentum. Starting to get some momentum, some love. Now, Jesse, how do they handle that?
I'm excited to see how this team is going to finish, too, because we know they've got talent. They've got guys that can take the game over. The question I have now moving forward, can they do it on the biggest stages? And today is about as big as it gets.
Out across the 30, steps out of bounds at the 31-yard line as they try to put something together.
And I think that completion is as good as a first down, right? Because you set yourself up now in 4th and inches. Quarterback sneak's going to get it done. You can keep this drive alive.
The Scarlet Knights send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. Quarterback may change this route. Sends it back in motion. Williams will pass. The sure hands. It's Lawson. Defense there to get him out of bounds as he gets it down to the 48. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. You don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. These teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was good.
There he goes. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Well, right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back, and I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Catch in the middle, it's Harris. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
They're running the crow route against zone coverage. The quarterback knows that's going to be a tight window. He's got to rifle that ball into his wide receiver. He does just that, and as a result, they pick up the first down.
Here's the pressure. most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. Backed up now, here's second and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Finds us back in the middle. Let's take a big picture program perspective on Rutgers. I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting 4-star defensive linemen gave them a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys, man. And they're excited because you got to play so many defensive linemen. This is the guy that's going to come in, be in the rotation early and often.
And that's really got to make this offensive coordinator feel good. You get a completion on a big third down early in the game, and that should give him a lot of confidence calling plays this game.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Guys, let's talk just for a second about Rutgers. They got a boost from their high school recruiting ranks, setting the table for the future, getting a verbal commitment from a 4-star linebacker.
Yeah, it's huge for this defense, not only because of his physical traits. This guy can run, he can cover, he can blitz the passer, but he's also a tremendous leader. This guy could be the alpha on this defense for years to come.
Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on third down? Caught over the middle. It's Duff. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41.
Yeah, and obviously great play by the offense to keep the drive alive, and also a good find by the quarterback on third down.
They go to the ground. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Miles ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32.
Well, this running back has been the only guy, obviously, who's touched the ball these first 2 plays. He's looked pretty good. I think it's safe to say everybody in the stadium here on third down expecting him to get the ball again.
And the Scarlet Knights come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. They'll try to bully their way for the first. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. The RPO fired complete to the left. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
And now on second down for this offense. They'll try the run. Hard running there. Oh, it's a fumble. Recovers the fumble, and he's on the move. They bring him down, but not only does he recover the fumble, he gets the first down. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Rutgers! There have been miniseries, novels, movies, long-form plays that have been over in shorter period of time than that drive. That was a marathon.
And that's just so frustrating when you're a defensive guy, time and time again, trying to get the stops, and they just keep making the plays, and they punch it in for a touchdown. Demoralizing.
From inside his own 15, looking for room. There he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Makes the catch. It's Smith. Found a little bit of room there to get it up to the 30 before going out of bounds.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Snagged in the middle. It's Duff. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover and pick up the first.
Love the play call on the RPO. That time the defender bites on the run fake, and that opens up the window for the slant coming in behind. Nice job.
Lost the fire on 2nd down. Quickly to the tight end. He gets it into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 48.
How about the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
The Scarlet Knights look to keep this drive humming. Looking downfield on 1st down. They'll run the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. And the Scarlet Knights trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wide open downfield. Turns it on down the left side. Touchdown, Scarlet Knights. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. It seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Williams looking for a man. Good timing on the quick out. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
The give to the tailback. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. All right, guys, let's chat for just a moment about Washington. Boy, did they have a big pickup in recruiting. Stud in the secondary. 5-star defensive back. Gives them a verbal. What a huge boost for this program, boy.
This is enormous. Getting a guy in the back end, a 5-star guy like that, dude, it's plug and play, and those guys pan out at such a high level. Just, they have so much speed. The measurables there. This guy should be an impact player day one.
Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. They'll go to the ground. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have any.
Back to pass. Finds a tight end. He works his way to the 23 before he goes out of bounds. The Huskies come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. He wants to change this route. Wide receiver comes in motion. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Caught in the backfield, it's Lawson. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Cooler 18! Cooler 18! Direction! Hey, camper! Camper! Ready!
On 4th down, looking to pass. Converts on 4th down, still going. He's got enough, and it'll be a first down for Washington.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Flushed out of the pocket. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Williams will pass. Makes the grab. He gets it in. Touchdown, Washington.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They'll start this drive with a pass. He's going to let it go. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Looking for more room. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
And what a great job by the defense, getting the turnover, but also giving their team an opportunity to kick a field goal here now with just seconds to go in the half.
To the air on first down. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Scarlet Knights will kick it away to crank up the second half. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Finally stopped after a solid return out to the 32. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. He'll ride his man on the option. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback. Somebody has to have the pitch. And most importantly, when you get there, you got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
Line getting set on second down. Williams looking for a man. Quarterback extends the play. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. Going right to work up top. Quick completion on the out. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Dances away to buy time. Had to throw it before he wanted.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Keeps it on the bootleg. Unloads to the wideout. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
And the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page on that last play. Timing has got to be so critical, especially when you're throwing to the perimeter of the field. They just didn't have it there.
Deep shot for the end zone. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Three straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Big tight end makes the grab, 1st down, still on his feet. And that's where they'll mark him, but a very productive play, and they'll move the chains. And the Scarlet Knights are on the move. Wants to throw on 1st down. Pass rush, coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. And this is the type of defense that have made the Huskies a factory for pro players.
Yeah, and Reese, when I think about Washington football, I think about defense, I think about right place, right time, great thought process, just physical, make you earn everything they give every single year.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route, and then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
Got it set up on the outside. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Rutgers.
The Scarlet Knights will try to move the sticks on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Finds a man on the left. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. That took nerves of steel to convert that fourth down on the road.
Oh, man, the crowd going nuts. A big-time opportunity in the third quarter to create some momentum. Help them go crazy. Help them go nuts. But the offense...
Big guy tries to barrel in. Touchdown, Rutgers. Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. The extra point here would tie the game. A score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time. But when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
From inside the 15, here's the return. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start. Breaks into the open. All the way out to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 15.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking, more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Quarterback on the move, still looking. He'll try to do it himself. He'll take it up to the 45-yard line. They stop him and knock him out of bounds.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism and he showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
And the Huskies really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Williams will pass. Moves around to clear up the vision. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting him a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. Looking to throw on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, you wonder that time if the QB was just forcing that one over to his running back. He's already made some catches in this game. The defense is aware of that, though, and that time they had outstanding coverage. There was no way that was going to be complete.
And the rush will get to him at the 25. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. He's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches, so I don't mind him taking another shot there.
They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the fourth all tied up. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Williams looking for a man. Gets it out fast. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on second down. Wants to go up top. It's complete on the right side. He'll go out of bounds at the 21-yard line.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
He makes a grab. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
You can just see the command this guy has of the offense. He's been picking this defense apart, matriculating the ball down the field. He's now got him in the red zone, close to the goal line. I wouldn't be surprised if they just keep letting him throw it.
And this offense is so close they can almost taste taking a fourth-quarter lead. Touchdown, Huskies! They move on top here in the fourth. After that, there might be a few extra tackling drills in practice this week.
Listen, when you only got one guy there, it makes it really hard to get to the ground. You need a swarm. Where are my other guys? You got to get 1, 2, 3 more guys to the football and make sure you get them on the ground.
The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Looks like he's going to try to return it. And the returner goes down. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it near short of the first down.
Defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
Oh, he had it and he dropped it. Almost one of those big plays he's known for. It'll be third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going for it all. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late. We're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach that he can get it done and he can make the right decisions and not put his offense in harm's way. And that's why you're still seeing them throw it vertically downfield.
Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down and one that did not pay off. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington.
Here we go, here we go.
Williams will pass. He's got it on the move. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Run those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
On first and goal, let's see what Washington does. They'll move the wide receiver. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
And the defense, man, playing aggressive, playing uphill, playing in the backfield. Nice job getting penetration, getting that pass before it really even gets started. Nowhere to go, nowhere to run. Nice job by the defense.
Got it behind the line. It's Otten. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They'd really rather not have to settle for 3. It's third and goal from the 6. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. Touchdown, Washington! Great job by the back on the option. They put up another score here in the fourth, and they are well on their way to an 11-1 regular season. And the extra extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week in CUSA, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Louisiana Tech is getting smoked today. This is an eye-opener. It's a type of game that can just demoralize a fan base.
Touchdown, State University of New Jersey. Special teams proving to be special. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when you're special team...
Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Past the 30. 10. He took that baby all the way to the house. A pick two, as it were.
Great job on special teams. Getting penetration, getting the block. You've got the convoy. It's a scoop score, 2 points the other way.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass. Oh, he's got some space. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. The Huskies have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. The handoff keep working on that clock. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Not only the scoreboard, but the clock on the side of the offense as they take a knee, though the D can stop it a couple more times. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. This quarterback happy enough to take a knee and head to the locker room, but the defense still does have a couple of timeouts if they want to use them. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive.